Years to talk in New York, Tony Yayo, and I know you're missing me. And right now you're on Miss Drama TV. It's always drama, always crazy questions. And shout out to Miss Drama, man. You know what it is. She's looking sexy. Yeah!
Now that I'm back, you hear more hits, records ain't selling, download gears. Look at my neck, look at my wrist. The world is my pussy, life is my
I'm gonna be working on the album. We got the whole new situation coming soon. I can't really talk about that yet. But you'll be hearing some new things, and we're just putting out singles. I mean, with the way things are going now, from things transferring from CD sales to everything being on the internet, we're just working on the internet. I mean, this is 50 is definitely one of the #1 websites to have your material on there. Gets a lot of traffic. As well as Vlad TV and Forbes DVD and all these other places, NotRight.com. These are the outlets that you want to be seen on now to be popping as an artist. Yeah.
Now, talking a little bit about just the music in regards to that, a lot of people definitely have respect for G Unit as far as what they've been able to do. The catalog is remarkable. It's very, it's one of the foundations of hip hop, as some would say. But at the same time, as time has progressed, some have been very critical. Some have definitely made their points in regards to maybe the internal as well as external beefs has weakened G Unit, or maybe has caused some issues. What do you feel about those ideas?
I feel like that because honestly, like when people think of G Unit, they obviously think that the beef records is what made G Unit. I mean, the records that made G Unit, boy, my first house was So Seductive and Pimpin' and Curious and the stuff that was on the album that really made radio, as well as 50 Cent. I mean, his biggest record was In the Club and I Get Money and Candy Shop and as well as Lloyd Banks On Fire, and the list goes so on, so on, so on. Like all the hit records that we made, none of them, no beef has made us any money.
Of course.
I mean, the beef to us was just, honestly, it was just like if, the industry is, it's like high school. So, people sometimes don't want to say what's really on their mind. G Unit has always been known for saying what's on their mind.
Does the criticism in any way affect you as far as an artist? Do you get frustrated? How do you handle it when it comes your way? Because you're very, and I think what we love about you is the fact that you are outspoken, you're candid, you're able to kind of talk about what goes on.
I'm like Derek Fischer. I consider myself like Derek Fischer. I'm on the Lakers. I play my position. You know what I mean? I let Kobe be Kobe, Lamar be him, and Lamar Odom do him, and Derek Fischer do him, and so on, and Gassel, whatever. But I mean, it's always a lot of criticism. It's always, G Unit, they start beef to sell records, or G Unit, they all under 50, and all. It's always stuff to people always in your ear in the industry. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? I done heard a lot of shit. You know what I mean? But it's all on you as a man to not let it affect you. Only the strong survive. So it could be a situation where, a lot of them, he's on 50 dick, or you read the comments, or these are they 50 herbs, or they start beef to sell records. All that shit is irrelevant, honestly, to me. You know what I mean? As long as I'm not on Southside Jamaica worrying about how I'm gonna sell drugs, I worry about me being on the corner with a pistol on my hip, I'm good. I'm in great shape. I woke up this morning, me and my daughter's 7 years old, she's teaching me how to swim. So that's a beautiful thing. I jumped in my SUV, turned on the TVs, and just feel blessed. When you have things, and we went from the transition of having nothing, so that's what keeps Yayo grounded, because I came fresh out of prison to being Tony Yayo.
Right, and that's definitely remarkable in the sense that you've been able to kind of surpass and overcome a lot of things. You mentioned the analogy of you being Derek Fischer, and then you also mentioned Kobe Bryant. Would you say 50 right now is the Kobe Bryant of this game?
Why wouldn't he be? Yeah, I could say he's the Kobe Bryant. He's a smart guy. I mean, 50, he just knows how to change with the times. When we first started out, G Unit, we started out as doing the mixtape DVD things and doing interviews like this to get ourselves popping in New York City, and it branded all over the world. We got a chance to sign with Eminem and Dr. Dre, and our dreams came true. 50, I would say he is like the Kobe Bryant of the rap game. Why not? And I'll be Derek Fischer, and I guess Banks be whoever you want to be.
You said Lamar Odom.
Yeah, Lamar Odom.
Okay, that's good. I want to kind of digress a little bit and go into some of the things that you've been able to do. You're of Haitian descent,
Yes,
and you have been able to give back in regards to the efforts there. I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of what was currently going on. Wyclef Jean is currently running for the president of Haiti. What are your thoughts on that? Are you interested?
I think it's a beautiful thing, and I feel like a guy like Wyclef is the real deal. You know, him and his wife, and shout out to his wife and his family. And I mean, as soon as the tragedy happened, tsunami/earthquake, whatever you want to call it, as soon as the tragedy happened, he was one of the guys to touch down and be on the ground. And even before the tragedy happened, I seen him giving out bags of rice and food, and he was on the ground in Haiti. You know what I mean? So I think he's the best candidate for running for president.
Okay.
I mean,
So he has your vote.
Definitely has my vote. I mean, I listen to a lot of artists. Like I might listen to Usher, get on the R&B tip. I might listen to Lady Gaga. It's different because I have 3 kids. So like my daughter be in the house, she'll be listening to Justin Bieber. So I listen to.
Are you a Justin Bieber fan?
Of course.
Okay.
He's a big star, man. I'm happy for him. Seeing young kid be so successful. He's under Usher. It's a beautiful thing. I'm quite sure Usher's happy.
Of course.
With the success of him, and it's just that I listen to all different kind of music. Like I said, I might listen to Bad Romance one day, and then I might keep it all the way hip hop and listen to some Danny Brown. It's like one of my favorite artists I'm working with now. There's a mixtape called Hybrid from Detroit. Or I might listen to Little B. You know what I mean? Then I might take it to Atlanta, listen to some Travis Porter.
Right.
I try to listen to different kind of music.
Very eclectic, I see.
Because I like different music.
Exactly. And, I have to, of course, note on this, within the radio element, the mainstream element, there's been some of the artists that you perhaps haven't necessarily had the best track record with, dealing with them. Are you, take the issues and problems and whatever other vocal sparring there's been, are you a fan of their music? I mean, whether it's, let's say, Ross or, whoever else it may be, have you listened to any of it? Does that spark of any interest to you? Does it, even if you didn't necessarily know it was them, how does it sound to you? Is it something that you say, hey, that actually is a good song, regardless of who it is?
I mean, I'm not a hater. I mean, a lot of my issues come from, bossman 50 Cent. At 50, where I'm from, if somebody out your crew have a problem,
right,
have a problem
understandable.
Too. And this is where I eat. This is my family, and I've been eating, and my loyalty always be to the unit. So I don't really listen to.
Okay. I mean, but of course, I'm saying like you're.
I don't really like.
Yeah.
I'm not really,
if you're in the car and it happens to come on a song, God forbid.
I'm not really. I probably turn it down.
You probably turn it down.
Yeah, especially if you disrespected me.
Right.
Or anybody out of G Unit, I'm not really
okay.
bumping it. But if you got a hit, you got a hit. Like,
okay.
Fat Joe had Lean Back.
Right.
That was a big record for him. I can't knock it.
Okay.
But I'm not sitting there buying his album.
Okay. All right.
Guarantee nobody else is either.
Tony Yayo, actor.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
SWAT 2. I'm real happy about it. I feel honored. The first SWAT had LL Cool J, Samuel Jackson, Colin Farrell. List goes on and on of big actors. And this one, a big cast too. You got a lot of new talent like Kevin Phillips, played in the Biggie Smalls movie. You got Shannon Kane. She played in Brooklyn's Finest. And then you got Robert Patrick, Terminator 3 guy. I was a fan when I seen him on set. I just was like, oh man, got Terminator 3, Robert Patrick. And I'm just happy to have the opportunity without me having an acting coach, no agent, and really no movie experience. My only movie experience is like being on set of Righteous Kill and being on sets before I self-destruct and seeing 50 act, and I kind of just learned on my own.
Okay. Has he taught you anything? Has he taught you any tricks of the trade?
I mean, you can learn something new from 50 every day.
Okay. What's the latest thing you've learned from 50? If you can open up about that a little bit. What has he taught you that really stuck with you?
I mean, the 3 Ds is desire, determination, and dedication. Okay. I learned that from watching him all the time. Okay. And like when I seen him lose the weight for the movie, that was like kind of crazy.
Was that alarming in that sense?
I mean, the guy we was overseas for like 2 months, and I seen him in the process of like losing the weight, and he wasn't eating. Guy eating grass on his plate or whatever. may be. And, you know, he was running from the airport to the hotel. Me, I had my feet kicked up, smoking a fat blunt, relaxing, eating a nice steak. You know, you know what I mean? It's just the 3Ds. You know, he was dedicated for his movie to come out right. He had to lose that certain amount of weight and just.
Could you do that?
Nah, I wouldn't. I like to smoke. I like to eat. I like to enjoy myself. I like to drink. I like when we go to places overseas. Like when I'm in Paris, the first place I go is Pino Pizzeria. I go there and get some of the best pizza you ever had in your life. And then I'm gonna go to the club VIP, as well as, you know, like we was in Brazil for 2 weeks and I stayed at the steakhouse, staying there every day. Me and my stylist, Who Kid Banks, you know.
So that's part of your lifestyle. You're probably not going to be changing anytime soon.
You know, I mean, one thing I think a person, like, you know, beyond the jewelry and the money and the beautiful women and the models you see on TV and the cars and the houses, I think traveling is the best thing out of the experience. Like, I remember one time I fell asleep and I fell asleep. I was so mad because when I woke up, everybody went to go see Nelson Mandela. And I missed out on meeting him. You know, I got a chance to go to Robbins Island and actually be in the cell Nelson Mandela was in. So, you know, it's crazy.
Let's say you're on a deserted island.
All right.
Okay? And this you have to make a decision. Okay? So you can't say, go around this question here. You're on a deserted island and you have to be with one of the few people that I name. Okay? All right? This is a stipulation.
All right, cool.
You have to pick Fat Joe, Rick Ross, Young Buck. Which one do you pick and why? And they're performing all of their songs on the island with you.
I won't pick none.
I know you can't. You have to pick one. Come on, you pick one.
I'm giving you the island. If I told you I picked one, I'd be lying to you.
But you have to. I mean, it's life or death. Life or death.
I couldn't be on the island.
Life or death.
Well, let me jump in the boat. Or let me get off the island. And them 3 guys could be on the island by themselves. I couldn't be on the island with them.
Okay, but you have to pick one. You could. What? Who's the lesser person?
I really couldn't tell you. I would leave if they was on the island. I would leave the island because I wouldn't want to be on the island with them 3 guys.
Okay.
Pass the control.